We do have a lot of cloud cover around today, though at this hour, we're actually getting some breaks of blue sky and a little bit of sunshine. So things are brightening up a little bit out there. Quabbin Reservoir is the one struggling the most with a good deal of clouds, but our other sky cams are showing some blue sky. And we definitely have some nice clearing happening in Agawam right now. Temperatures are rebounding too, getting into the middle and even upper 70s. We may end up getting close to 80. Breeze is increasing a touch out there today as well. Now, we are still unsettled in general just due to this stalled front that's lingering just off the coast. We also have a little bit of upper level energy producing a few showers in the Berkshires today. And we're going to stay on the humid side into tonight. The low clouds and fog come back. And then as we head into Friday, we've got this cold front that'll be coming in that's finally going to kick all of this out. So tomorrow is going to look a lot like today. Friday is going to feature more rain, showers and a couple of thunderstorms possible, but they should exit by mid-afternoon. Behind it, falling humidity and some very pleasant weather as we head into the weekend. So right now the radar is showing a couple of these showers, mostly central Berkshire County, impacting Pittsfield, kind of drifting into the hill towns. Meanwhile, farther south, we're definitely seeing some breaks in the cloud cover, and there's a couple of showers to our west, but not many, so most of us should stay dry. As we take a look at year 24, the shower activity dwindles as we head towards sunset, and then the low cloud cover and the fog start building back in out of the south overnight. There's still a chance for a spot shower, but also some patchy drizzle and mist will be possible through tomorrow morning. The majority of us should stay dry throughout Thursday, but it's going to be another fairly cloudy start to the day. Chance for a spot shower is there pretty much all day long, but it's incredibly hit or miss. So if you do see anything, might just be a few sprinkles and that's it. Temperatures should get back into the middle and upper 70s, possibly even hitting low 80s if we can get enough sunshine breaking through, but clouds are still hanging tough as we are still waiting for that cold front to come in and kick all of this out. So tomorrow we're close to 80 after another muggy and mild start. A lot more cloud cover again for Thursday, but definitely not a wet day overall. Now Friday, that will change a little bit. We're going to be tracking some showers coming north with a warm front, that stalled front that's off the coast. This batch of rain could approach by sunrise. It may miss us, but I do think we'll at least start the day off with some wet weather. We might even have some rumbles of thunder with this first batch as it comes through. However, this batch is not where our severe weather threat would be. We're actually going to be waiting for a cold front to be coming in out of the west, and it's going to be making its way across western Mass close to noon. A lot of the thunderstorm activity is going to flare up by the early afternoon. So we're talking 1, 2 o'clock, and at that point, the front is almost all the way through. So there's a severe weather threat mainly near and east of I-91, and that threat looks to continue out toward the coast. And you can see how this darker shade of green here, that's our low severe weather risk. It would only be isolated, maybe some 40 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts in the most intense storms. So we're right on the outer edge. It looks like by 2, 3 o'clock we're going to be done with the storms, and then we start easing into the weekend with some nicer weather. So wind will start out of the south-southwest and then shift more westerly Friday afternoon and evening, ushering in dry air. Saturday is going to be a little breezy, but much more comfortable. Dew points take a big drop for Friday night, and over the weekend they're going to hover in the lower to middle 50s, and our overnight temperatures will get there too. Sunday night and a Monday, dew points will start climbing again. Now Monday is looking fairly quiet weather-wise. I think we're going to be warmer both Sunday and Monday. Highs will be back to the mid-80s, very summer-like. Monday, the hotter of the two, not just temperature, but dew point. A stray shower Tuesday morning with our next cold front, and then highs look to get back into the 70s with more comfortable air through the end of the week. Chris?